There's this new report saying that he's in a really confused state since the murders and seems almost like a kid in jail right now. He doesn't get what will happen because of what he did and can't even figure out where he is at the moment. Big secrets are coming out, changing everything people inside thought they knew about the Reiner case. A past FBI agent, Maureen O'Connell, is jumping in to look at every secret part of this puzzle. She's been watching this case super close from the beginning. She lives just a few blocks from where the Reiner family tragedy happened, and she's been secretly following every private clue. News stories are coming out about Nick Reiner's situation while he's locked up, and these fresh news bits are making everyone surprised. But before we get into that, huge details have come out about the conservatorship that Nick Reiner was put under back in 2020, and it's causing a lot of arguments. From inside papers, the setup, called an LPS conservatorship, went on for about a year. This kind of conservatorship, made under a 1967 California law, was first meant for people who need strong mental health watching, a setup that lets people step in even if the person doesn't fully agree when their mind isn't stable. Not like the famous case with Britney Spears, where her conservatorship was mostly about money limits. This one was said to focus on checking mental health choices and everyday freedom. Methamphetamine makes people violent, makes them grab sharp things. You see the Are You in Los Angeles very often? Sometimes. Yeah, I live in Florida, but sometimes. All right, well, the guys running around our streets with machetes, that's methamphetamine. They all are meth. So, it's not at all unusual for somebody on meth to become violent and to pick up a sharp object. What's even cooler to think about is how this whole thing stayed hidden until now. Correct sources say the case had weird levels of legal shields, making it hard for everyone to find the real facts. Some people inside whisper that strong people might have helped keep some details locked away. O'Connell's big knowledge of government checking ways is supposed to show how such a conservatorship could connect with later stuff around the Reiner family story, a thing that keeps bringing up big questions about who was really running things back then. Every new fact adds another surprising turn to a case that's already tricky. An LPS conservatorship usually starts when someone gets put in a forced mental place for checking, and that matches what's been found about Nick Reiner's past problems. Under this setup, a court picks a conservator, often a family member you trust or a hired pro, to handle big choices like doctor care and treatment ideas. It's a way to protect a person who can't handle those picks by themselves. And there's been reporting, too, that he was on meth. If that's the case, though, and then he was now obviously off the meth because he's in jail, wouldn't he, I would think he would become too back to reality by this point. Reports say that Reiner's conservatorship only went for 1 year, which has confused a lot of checkers and people inside. These setups can often get renewed for way longer. But this one stopped suddenly, and there are whispers that the reason might be way more complicated than anyone thought. Secret court papers are said to have answers that could change the whole order of events. Right now, from sources near the place, Nick Reiner's state is called unstable and mixed up. Leaks from inside say he's away from real life with times where he seems lost about what's around him. People watching have seen he acts in an almost kid way, not able to understand what's going on near him. It's like his brain has totally cut off from what's happening. News places say pros are having trouble figuring if this comes from long mental health stuff or other things that affected how he is. One big fun news spot said his actions showed signs of a huge mind breakdown, though pros warn not to guess too fast. Months ago, before these details came out, Dr. Drew, a famous expert in behavior checking, hinted that deeper stuff might be involved in Reiner's state. At the time, he said unseen pushes and possible life ways could have helped cause his mind fall. And now seeing these new reports happen, his early guesses seem weirdly right. Now, when somebody does it against a family member, they are typically in like a fugue state. And my prediction will be he won't remember what happened and he will not be lying. And whether that fugue was related to his psychotic illness or meth or both, it kind of doesn't matter. Every new secret makes this story even more surprising. In a surprising turn, big changes have hit Nick Reiner's lawyer team. His once famous lawyer, Alan Jackson, is officially gone from the case, and no one knows the exact why, but whispers from inside groups are showing a very clear picture. Sources near the thing say that Reiner's brothers and sisters might have chosen to stop paying for Jackson's expensive lawyer help, cutting all ties with the top lawyer. People inside say the choice wasn't quick. There were already quiet fights about the rising costs tied to Jackson's work. Some secret numbers about those payments are supposed to come out later in the talk with Moore and O'Connell, who is ready to share serious facts on how much was really spent. Now, instead of another private lawyer coming in, Reiner's lawyer help has changed totally. He's said to be helped by a public defender. That change has surprised a lot of watchers, especially since this case is so famous. The sudden switch brings up deep questions about money, being loyal, and what's really happening in private. New facts are coming in from Los Angeles, where people inside, near the Reiner checking, are sharing what's really said in private. Reports say that Nick Reiner has been in a mixed-up, almost kid state since being locked up, not able to understand what's around him or how serious the thing he's in is. Many are asking if this weak state is real or a part of a bigger lawyer plan. People inside with strong ties to the case aren't sure. Some think this action might be more planned than it looks. From one old checker, before lawyer Alan Jackson left the help, talks were already going on about how Mind Not Stable could be used as a court plan. In private, lawyer pros reportedly talked about which story could help Reiner most if the case got a trial. And he was probably told from his attorney before Alan Jackson had to pull out that, hey, this is your best defense, and you're probably your only defense. I'm sure they discussed a whole bunch of strategies, and it wouldn't be the first time that a criminal has acted like he was, bananas for a long time. There's guessing that Reiner may know about the always watching around him with cameras and workers checking his every move.